Fight with Teddy Atlas. I'm Ken Rideout, joined as always by legendary trainer Teddy Atlas. Today's episode is brought to you by MyBookie. Check them out at mybookie.ag. Use the promo code ATLAS for a 50% credit on your first play. We're at the Trinity Boxing Club in Lower Manhattan today. We're going to do a fight plan for Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Part 2. Teddy, what are we looking for?
Well, the Super Bowl's not that far away, right? I mean, you lost your shirt. Obviously, that's why I have a jacket on. He didn't do so good in his handicapping skills for the football game. But I think there's a similarity here. When does football parallel boxing? Well, in preparation. You got the halftime. You had a tie score. Perfect segue to this fight. It was a tie score going into halftime. It was 20-20. It was a draw the last time in this fight, right?
Yep.
Last time I checked. So what do? You go into halftime, you make adjustments. You look at film. Yeah, they can look at film at halftime in the NFL locker room. Well, these fighters, these trainers had plenty of time to look at film. Who makes the adjustments? Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs, they made the adjustments. They came out, they changed things up a little bit. That fourth quarter, they outscored them 21-0. It's about adjustments. It's about halftime, baby. It's about who's going to look at the film, who's going to correct. Is Wilder going to find a way, rather than wait 9 rounds, to land that right hand so he doesn't fall behind in a fight and have to pull it out of the fire with that thunderbolt? And does Fury do more in the first part of the fight than just making a miss? Does he also come back and make him pay for his mistakes, make him pay for missing punches? And can Fury go all night without getting caught? Let's look at those adjustments right now. Let's go inside. Obviously, he's got adjustments to make. Let's get inside. See if it helps him or hurts him.
Before we get in the ring, just want to give a quick shout out to teddyatlas.com. Check out the website. You can get one of these cool t-shirts there. 36 minutes to make life fair. Been big wild sellers, selling like hotcakes on there, so get them before they run out. We're almost out of stock. Teddy, let's get in the ring and see what we should look for.
Let's see who's supposed to zig instead of zagging. Make sure you don't zag when you're supposed to zig.
I'm going to try my best.
Let's go.
All right, so Teddy, what do we need to look for from Tyson Fury? What does he need to do differently this time to keep that big right hand at bay?
Football helmet might not be a bad idea. You know, we were talking about the Super Bowl before, but they don't allow them. So what he's going to do is, actually, he didn't have trouble in the first fight making a miss until late in the fight, but he didn't make him pay enough. So for me, go back to making a miss, but make him pay a little bit more and a little bit earlier, so Wilder is not so interested in throwing. He's not so confident in throwing later on. You keep him a little bit restricted, thinking a little bit. You know, you got a guy with a bomb like that, you don't want him using it all the time. You want him to try to get him to the point where he's reserved with it, where it's not fired at you all the time. So you want to make him pay a little bit more. So one of the things that you want to do is, you had no trouble stepping out and Wilder falling in with right hands, because he will do that. Because his strength is his weakness. He knows he's got a bomb, but he'll get over anxious with it. Make him get over anxious. Make him reach in. Use your jab, step out, make him reach, bang, bang. This time, well, we talked about in the podcast, peanut butter and jelly. Don't just do the peanut butter. Do the jelly too. Make a complete sandwich. Make him pay. Also, another thing that you can do is, well, we talk about defense. We talk about the right hand. Many times early in the fight, Wilder was really loading up, telegraphing, yelling, hey, here comes the right hand. Well, you know the right hand's coming? Do something. Get a taxi. Something. Or, in this case, beat him to the punch. Well, you see the big one come. Instead of just weaving it, instead of just stepping out and making it miss, what you can do is just a stiff jab. Bang! Right in between it. Who says a jab can't do damage? How many times have you seen a jab rob people in this great sport? Many times, especially when you got a heavyweight loading up trying to catch you and you catch him with a clean jab. Can be a great weapon. Not just a defensive weapon, an offensive weapon. And then, well, finally, if you're in there with a dangerous guy, obviously like Wilder, you have to know when to push the gas pedal, when not to. It's kind of like being in a car, you're driving, you got a road map, it tells you what's coming up. Coming up a bad turn, coming up a stop sign, be ready, and it's coming up freeway. When does the freeway come? When can you go 60 miles an hour? Well, no different in a boxing ring if you know what you're looking for. Wilder, he's ready like this, he's flat-footed, he's set, he's dangerous. Maybe you don't want to be aggressive, but when he's bouncing up, he can't punch right now. That's the time. You see, bang, 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 bang. That's the time to be aggressive. That's the time to go after. Read your road maps. You're not in a car, but you're in a boxing ring, there's still road maps to read. So you don't have accidents. You don't run into brick walls. We don't want you to have an accident. No accidents. Safe driving.
All right, Teddy, we talked about what Tyson Fury needed to do to win the fight. What should we look for from Deontay Wilder to get the win this time?
Well, again, it comes down to, just like we talked about with the Super Bowl, that the coaches and the fighters look at film, make adjustments. And for me, for Wilder, well, you don't want to fall behind again. You don't want to get behind the 8 ball again. You know, you don't want to get to the place where you have to land this right hand, where you're in desperation mode. You want to control things earlier. Well, I know how you can control things earlier. One is to use your jab. You didn't really use that jab. It's so long, it's quick, it's everything you want a jab to be, but you're just looking to push it out there and looking for the right hand. Well, use it in a better way this time. When Fury's doing his thing, moving around, and this man got he's got mobility, not bad, but he's moving around like that. Don't chase him. Don't chase him with the jab. Don't chase the head. Something that doesn't move. The chest. Bang, bang, bang. Hit him in the chest. Stabilize him. Slow him down. Put him where you want to put him. In front of you. Where this can be served up a little bit later. Another thing. Well, one of the things that you have going for you, and you have to use it, you, Wilder, is that you know that he's looking for the right hand. He expects the right hand to be coming. So what you have to know is, how did he get away from it so many times the first time? I gotta tell you something. Really, no excuse this time. The first time, not 80% of the time, that's a big percentage. Not 90% of the time, 100% of the time. Fury, to get away from the right hand, he slipped to the same side, the right. That's called predictability. He kept and he kept missing. You kept missing. He slipped to that side again. Boom, boom. You just threw cold, naked right hands with no thinking about. He's doing the same thing over and over. What do they call the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over and not changing it? Well, I know you're not insane. Change it this time. You know he's gonna slip over there, right? So what do? Just like in the football game, they made adjustments. They knew the run was coming. They did a reverse. You do trickery. You feint. Bang! Now you know where to find them. You don't chase them. You put them where you want, and then you catch them. Also, when you throw that 1-2, Fury, all the time, slips, weaves back. Boom, boom. But did you notice? Yeah, he's gonna have a bad back because he's leaned forward. That's exactly what Fury was doing. He was leaning forward. Boom, see? So what do? You throw the jab, give him the jab, get him in that position, and make a better choice at the next punch. Don't throw the straight right hand. A right uppercut might make sense, right? Bang! There it is. That's what you do. You use your head. 75% of this game is mental. It's not just physical. It's not just about great power. It's about the mind. It's about being smart. Be smart. Make a move to the side, his right side, your left side, and then time him with the right hand, And then when he leans forward, don't throw the right hand up top. Throw it underneath with the uppercut. And finally, there's one other thing. What does Fury not want to do? He doesn't really want to deal with your physicality, your power in close. He wants to box on the outside. So what did he do the first time? Well, he did what I did was smart to do. Every time he got close, he grabbed you. Takes two to tango. Yeah, I know you're gonna say, oh, he grabbed me. No. You allowed him to grab you. This time, if you watch the film, you'll be aware of that. And when he goes to grab you, well, notice, it's from 3 feet away. There's exposure. As he's going to grab you, bang, bang! Move your hands, catch him. Don't give him a free ride. Don't let him just fall in. If you do that, well, we've been talking about the football and everything. You do that, guess what? Afterwards, you'll be able to say, I'm going to Disneyland. You'll be a winner. Champion. Again.
All right, Teddy, thanks for doing that analysis. Appreciate it. Today's episode is brought to you by MyBookie. Check them out at mybookie.ag. Use the promo code ATLAS for a 50% credit on your first deposit. And also check out teddyatlas.com.
And if you bet smart, don't be like him and lose your jacket. You know what I mean? He was outside, it was cold. I felt bad for him. Please, be smart with your betting.
Teddyatlas.com, check it out for the t-shirts. All right, Teddy, give me a prediction. Who wins and how?
I'm gonna go, hopefully, I don't know if they're watching this, but they watch the film themselves. They have good trainers. They have guys that should be able to pick up those things, and I'm sure they will. And I'm gonna go with, this time, Wilder will have a better delivery system for the right hand. Won't fall behind so much, make small adjustments, and that right hand will be able to get across the way it got across late, but maybe a little earlier. And this time, do the whole job. Put the lights out. So I'm going with Wilder, 9th round knockout.
There you have it. Wilder by knockout, 9th round. Thanks for being with us, guys. Appreciate the support.